Hey, it's Laura Joy again. I wanted to talk a little bit about deep breathing, yawning, singing, and exercising because I think it all works together. Um, Talking is sucking in breath and letting it out at certain staccato intervals at different lengths of breath. So, one tip for singing well is to, you know, um, get up in the morning. I used to think that when you get up in the morning, you're supposed to like stretch and yawn. I thought you were supposed to do that on purpose because my mom told me to do that. And I find it really helpful for the rest of my day to like wake up, stretch, and yawn, and just say something like, I'm grateful for today. I'm grateful for my life, and that is her little secret to good mental health. She worked in the mental health field for a little while, and that's her little secret that she told me. So now, mind you, I'm not the best with my mental health, but that's helping me get through my trials and my hard times. But also, um, it helps out with singing. Okay, after you do that, get up, walk around a little bit, and don't like something I'm working on is not to go straight for coffee, like go straight for the water, use the bathroom when I get up in the morning, and then um do some like deep breathing exercises. Um, so you can make yourself yawn on purpose. It's kind of not that difficult unless you've got holes in your throat, which can be caused by like smoking, or I don't know what it's like to smoke and then do deep breathing exercises. I don't know. I don't smoke. But this helps me as a person who doesn't smoke. It helps me to take like do deep breathing exercises. So what that is you suck in through your nose and your mouth at the same time. Do that first, otherwise you might faint. Do that first. So like suck in like like do it with your nose and your mouth first. So that'd be like have the air go like that all the way. It different air reaches different parts of your body. Like sometimes you can think about the air going to your toes. You can think about the air going to the top of your head. You can think about the air going to the back of your head. So that would be like sucking it in here. So that goes like in there kind of. But when you suck in through your nose, you can think about your toes. That rhymes. Okay. Yeah, that really reaches your toes when you suck them through your nose. Anyway, so the key is also to let your breath out longer than you think you need to. So you can suck in, then breathe out. You can even breathe out without even sucking in air. You can you can do you can let go more. It's like taking and letting go. It's taking and letting go constantly. So, the key to singing music really well is to know when to take a breath and when to release the air, release the sound. So, singing is like sucking in, then causing a vibration in your throat area. I'm kind of using vague terms and not using scientific things because that's not how we think of it when we sing. Is it just is not how I think of it. So, uh, let me see. Exercising is really key to singing those high notes and those low notes. Because the way to sing the high notes is to sing the low notes really well. And then you can sing the high notes. So you want to first practice singing softly and singing low notes. So singing in the middle and singing in the low, then singing in the high. Because if you take your chest voice and bring it up to the high place before you're ready, that's a recipe for voice cracking and really ugly sounds that sound like you're a psychotic person. And I've done that many times. I used to go out by myself. I try to find a place by myself. I go out in the car, shut the door, no one can hear me. I try to, we were out in the country, so it was easier to like be like, oh, no one can hear me. So you take time to like practice in the car. So sing those low notes first, kind of like warm your voice up. So I'm not gonna turn the piano on right now. People are sleeping. You can sing a low G, like start kind of in the middle, because that's where we talk usually, is kind of in the middle. Unless you're used to talking in a lower register, then try to go even lower. Because if you're used to talking in a lower register, you can actually hit those high notes a little bit better, I think. So let's see, low G, then go to low E, then low C. If you can hit that, that would be this octave below middle C, the one below middle C. Try to reach that range. Don't try to go all the way down, because I believe you can actually hurt your throat if you go too low, because it does hurt when I go too low too quickly. But there's different kinds of voices. There's head voice and there's chest voice. So the way to sing powerfully when you're up high is to bring it like the thing right here up, like higher. Bring it like be open, and then bring the openness higher when you're singing those notes, instead of closing it a little bit and having this breathy kind of sound. You want to have an open vibrationous sound that goes really loud. It tends to be really loud. You can sing in chest voice high softly if you practice, but it's really difficult to do that. Sometimes you gotta warm up by just singing high at first. Okay, let me tell you, when you're screaming at a concert, why is it that we lose our voices when we scream at a concert? Well, for one, we can't hear ourselves and adjust our throat with the sound to make it sound good. We can't hear ourselves, so we just like talk and talk and talk and lose our voice. I've noticed that we also lose our voice like when we have a cold. I did a video of having a cold and reading the dictionary aloud, and I totally lost my voice. So that's another thing to keep in mind. When you're sick, you tend to lose your voice a little bit more. Um, Pushing at the right strength is another thing. You gotta kind of think about it back here and just like push out the sound to make a clear note, a clear uh, sound. You can make it like a piercing sound, kind of, when you like put your tongue right there, like kind of spit the words out like it's staccato. Kind of think staccato. Staccato is just like that, like really sudden, and then it stops really suddenly. It starts really suddenly and it stops really suddenly. So, those are my tips with singing right now. I need to talk about exercise more. Okay. Exercising is really important, especially your stomach area. The in choir, they always tell you to sit up straight and have a certain body posture when you're singing. I don't like that because you're not relaxed, you're not channeling the sound very well, and you're thinking about your posture, you're not thinking about the sound. So I tend to think focus on the sound, but still strengthen that core inside of you. Because music is about your soul, it's about your soul being brought out in the open. It's not really it's not really just limited to the sound. When it's limited to the sound for the person singing, you can hear it. It's dead, it's dull. It may sound good, but it's still, you communicate that you're not there, you know. So really you got to put your soul into it. You got to kind of go to that Baptist church in your mind and really put your soul into your music, your words. Think about what you're saying. Don't just say something that somebody else said because they said it and you think it's cool. No, you got to say what you're saying. And that helps you hit those notes actually because you push more. You push more for your communication, for your sound. So you do want to practice as well listening to the sound, listening to what is going on, listening to what is happening. That's being a conductor. That's being someone who can really actually effectively communicate because you're listening to what's going on, the effect of your words. So, those are my tips without the piano. You don't need a piano to sing. You don't need music from the television to sing. You can hit those notes if you really try. You can hit those notes. I believe every single person can. And this is important. Practice breathing. It helps just release all that tension in your body. It releases deadness from inside you. So, anyway, you have a good rest of your day. Thanks for listening to me. Um, take your time for the things that are important to you. Anyway,